Hello and welcome to the practice. Let's start standing, round into your feet and flare out your toes. Lengthen up your legs and tuck the tailbone under just a little. Lengthen up your spine, open the heart space. Feel as if you're being pulled up through the crown of the head. Standing tall, grounded into Mother Earth and lifting up into Father Sky. Let's bring our hands together into prayer at our heart space. And I invite you to close down your eyes. Breathe from the top of your head right down to the soles of the feet. And then breathe from the soles of your feet right up to the crown of your head. Using the power of the exhalation to decompress, to allow surrender to what is, bringing your full attention to the here and now. And as you breathe in fresh oxygen, prana, life force energy, to heal, for vibrancy, for inspiration. Feel your thumbs pressing up against your heart space. And have the intention to practice with awareness to your body's messages. Exploring your edge but never pushing past it. Practicing with the body you have right now. Yoga is a practice and not a presentation. So just going as far as your body is willing to go today. Being content with the posture that you choose to be in. Let's gently open the eyes and let's take the arms right up and lower the hands to your heart. Synchronize movement with breath. A moving meditation. Letting your breath be your gauge throughout the practice. And when you next draw up the arms, catch hold of your left wrist and let's side bend to the right. So opening the left side of the body. Feel the stretch and lengthening. And let's draw up through the center, nice and tall. Catch hold of the other wrist and side bend to the other side. Noticing the length, the stretch. Still grounded into Mother Earth through the feet. Let's draw up through the center and let's swan dive. Folding, touching your hands to the heart, to the floor. Bowing your head, bend the knees and rest the belly onto the thighs. And let's curl up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. When you get there, let's reach the arms up, gazing up with optimism. And let's fold once again. Let's look forward, Ardha Uttanasana, taking the hands to the shins or to the floor, nice long spine. And let's step the right leg back to a lunge. Opening the heart space, the shoulders draw back away from the ears, your drishti, your gaze point, directly ahead of you, soft gaze and face, breaths natural throughout your practice. And let's step forward, a nice long spine, hands to the shins or to the floor, and let's fold in. Let's look forward once again, Ardha Uttanasana, stretching out the back of the legs. And let's step the left leg back this time to the lunge. Opening your heart space. Be on your fingertips to allow this. If your palms are flat, you'll notice that you collapse the front. So for this posture, I invite you to be on your fingertips to open the front. Gently pressing back through the heels, lifting the knee. And let's step forward, grounding the feet, look forward, opening the heart space. Let's fold in, feel free to bend the knees and rest the belly onto the thighs. And let's rise, reverse swan dive. Reaching up, lifting out of the hips and pressing the hips forward for a back bend. And let's take your hands to the heart. Let's take the arms up, filling the lungs, and let's fold, emptying them. Movement coordinated with breath. Let's bring the heart forward. or jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, pressing the chest through the arms bravely, pressing your heart forward, the shoulders draw back away from the ears, onto the toes, knees and hips off the mat. Roll onto your toes, downward facing dog. So feel free to walk the dog, lowering one heel at a time, just checking in that your hands are shoulder width apart, finger pads pressing into the mat to maintain integrity. Cross your hands, the arms straight and strong, just letting the head hang between the arms. Let's lower both heels down towards the mat. They may or may not touch. Allow your bottom to be the apex of this inverted V shape. If not, feel free to bend the knees and stretch out your back. So bend the knees now and look between the hands, either step or jump to the top. Looking forward, nice long spine, and fold in. Bending the knees if needed. Let's rise, grounding into the feet. Long through the body, lift out through the hips. And press the hips forward, taking your hands back to your heart in Jali Mudra. Sweeping the arms up, warming the body. Moving meditation, Surya Namaskar A. Looking forward, nice long spine. Step or jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Opening the front, pressing the chest through the arms. Roll onto the toes, downward facing dog. Gently pressing the chest back. Perhaps the heels touch the mat now. Press into your toes, the outside edge of your feet and heels, and lift up through the inner arches. So feel the 4 points of each foot grounded into the mat. Keep the breath flowing with steadiness and ease. Bend the knees, look between the hands, either step or jump to the top. Looking forward, Adho Uttanasana, long spine. Fold in, release, and rise. Reaching up high, lift out from the hips, press the hips forward, and lower the hands to the heart. Sweep the arms up, full breath. Exhale, fold. Looking forward, Adho Uttanasana, hands to the shins or to the floor. And let's step the right leg back to a lunge. Let's lower the right knee and turn the foot 1/4 to the left. And with your inhalation, let's draw up arms at shoulder height. We're going to practice a variation of side angle pose. So reach through your left arm and take elbow to the thigh and sweep the right arm up by the ear, creating a diagonal line. Gently turning the chest towards the sky, gazing upwards. Just checking in with your neck that it's soft enough to allow movement. The fingers can wiggle. And the belly, although engage the abdominal muscles, but we allow some softness for diaphragmatic breathing. So breathing from your lower belly rather than high into the chest. Switching off the fight or flight nervous system. So let's release, framing the left foot, turning your lower leg back to where it was. Adho Hanumanasana. So slide your left heel forward for a nice hamstring stretch, also known as runner's stretch. You can slide your right knee back to allow the hip flex to stretch. The hands either side for support. You may like to walk the hands forward, but keep the spine long. So just pausing here, just allowing the leg muscles to release in their own time without force or strain. The breaths continue to flow with steadiness and ease. So asana means seat in Sanskrit. So all our asanas need to be stable, just like a chair or a seat. So let's gently come out, sliding the heel back. Let's swing that leg round and rest back to child's pose. lifting up. Take the hands behind for easy Ustrasana. Fingers turning back towards the body. Press into your hands, inhale, opening your front, lifting the sternum. The shoulder blades come close together, gazing up at the sky. It's nice to open the front, it's invigorating. Bravely offering your heart to life, knowing that you are safe and supported. So let's gently come out. Walking the hands forward for extended child's pose, curling the toes under and pressing up and back into downward facing dog. Let's center the left leg and reach right leg high for three-legged downward dog. So bending the right knee and rolling the right hip open, gazing out from under your right armpit. Maintain even weight distribution through both arms. And the back leg is steady and grounded. So let's square off the hips, bringing the knee into the chest, hollowing out the belly and stepping through, looking forward, Adho Uttanasana, long spine, and let's fold in, letting go. Reach for the stars, lift out from your hips, perhaps press the hips forward for a back bend, and lower the hands to the heart, returning home. Sweep the arms up, really lift high, and let's fold, creating some space between the shoulder blades, ribs draw back. Let's look forward, nice long spine, space between each vertebrae, and let's step the left leg back to the lunge and lower the left knee. So it's turning your left shin a quarter to the right, grounding into the knee and the foot. Let's sweep up so the arms are at shoulder height. So variation of Contraindications, side angle pose. Reach through your right arm, taking elbow to thigh, and sweep the left arm up by the ear. Gently turning your navel, your heart to the sky, checking in that your neck is soft enough to allow some movement. Fingers can wiggle. Diaphragmatic breathing. Find steadiness and ease. If you need to, soften a little bit to find your seat. And let's gently release, framing the right foot, turning our shin back out. Adho Hanumanasana, run and stretch. Sliding the right heel forward. Perhaps sliding the left knee back. Hands either side for support, keeping the spine long, heart open and bright. You may wish to walk the hands forward a little if you have flexibility to do so. Go with what your body's telling you. Pausing here, enjoying the breath. Enjoying this gift of the present moment, giving thanks to yourself for this time to do something positive for yourself. And let's gently slide the heel back, swinging the leg round, sinking back to child's pose, gently walking back up. So I invite you to practice easy Ustrasana once again. The hands behind under your shoulders, lifting the sternum, the navel pointing up to the sky. The shoulder blades come close, gazing up, keeping some softness in your neck, soft gaze and face. And let's gently come out of the posture and prepare for a balanced pose. So curling the toes under onto the balls of the feet, find a focus point or drishti on the floor or on the wall ahead. When you're ready, bring your hands to your heart. Long spine, heart space open, shoulders relaxed. Keep breathing. Slip into the gap between your thoughts. I invite you to shift the gaze. So taking the arms up, looking up at the hands. Maintain Sthira and Sukha. And let's lower the hands to the heart. Sthira and Sukha means steadiness and ease in Sanskrit, one of the Yoga Sutras. So let's release Uttanasana, planting the feet, and let's roll up to standing, one vertebrae at a time, reaching the arms up, lifting out from your hips, perhaps press the hips forward, and let's take the hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, let's fold, bowing. Let's look forward. And let's step or jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog, cobra or sphinx if that's appropriate. And roll onto the toes, downward facing dog. So we're going to center the left leg and reach the right leg high once again for three-legged downward dog. Bend at the knee and roll the right hip open, gazing out from under your right armpit. Now feel free to stay here. Fingers spread, pressing into the finger pads. Weight distributed evenly through right and left arm. And the left leg and left foot grounded. If you'd like to join me for flip dog or wild thing as it's also known, let's spin onto the toes of the left foot and take the right leg over, lifting the heart space. It's a bit like Chakra Asana or wheel. Opening your front. And let's spin back, lowering the leg, hugging it into the heart, and bring the foot forward. So we're going to practice Eka Pada Koundinyasana, I think that's how it's pronounced. So taking the right arm under the right leg, sorry. So we're bringing the arm as low under the thigh as we can. And we're going to take Chaturanga arms, so the elbows bent. So feel free to stay here to get used to having the arm under the leg. Or you can take the posture. Shifting the weight forward. Straightening both legs if you can. And let's gently release. Swinging the leg round. Lowering to child's pose. Gently opening and closing the palms of the hands. So going from active to passive. Honouring those energies. We can't keep going full ball active throughout our life. We need to honour the times for rest and passivity, and vice versa. We don't want to be too lax. We do want some action as well. So let's curl the toes under, press up and back into downward facing dog. Bending the knees, look between the hands, either step or jump to the top. Looking forward, Adho Uttanasana, long spine, and folding in and letting go. And let's sweep the arms up with energy and vibrancy, lifting up from the hips, pressing the hips forward. Exhale, hands at your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Shoulders draw back. Roll into the toes, downward facing dog. So let's center the left leg and reach the right leg high for three-legged downward dog. Grounded through the hands and the foot. Bend at the knee and roll the left hip open. Like you want to touch your right shoulder with your left foot. Looking out from under your left armpit. So if you'd like to join me for flip dog, Spinning onto the right foot and touching left foot to the floor, lifting the heart high. Beautiful back bend. And let's flip back over, hugging the knee into the chest, hollowing out the belly. Let's step the foot through. So taking the foot to the outside of the left hand. So Eka Pada Koundinyasana. So we're going to take our arm underneath our left leg, and then we'll place the hand on the outside of the foot. So you want Chaturanga arms, elbows at right angles. And when you're ready, take the posture, shifting the weight forward, straightening both legs as much as you can. Having fun with your yoga practice. And gently coming out, sweeping the leg round, sink back to child's pose, from active to passive, allowing yourself to be passive for a moment. Especially those people who have the Pitta dosha as their dominant dosha. If you have a dominant Pitta dosha, you may want to keep going. You might find it difficult to move into these passive postures. So I invite you to be aware of any resistance to being passive. Just observing without judgment. Just noticing out of interest. So let's stretch out our arms for extended child's pose. Curl the toes under, pressing up and back into downward facing dog. And let's bend the knees, look between the hands, either step or jump to the top. Looking forward, Adho Uttanasana. And exhale, fold in. Let's sweep the arms up. Lift up from the hips. Press the hips forward. Lowering your hands to your heart. Sweeping your arms up. And let's fold. Surrender. Looking forward, drawing inspiration and prana. And exhale, let's step or jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So the breath instruction, just a guide. Just keeping your breath flowing naturally is the most important thing in your yoga practice. So let's lower to the knees and prepare for headstand. So you're going to interlace our fingers and bring the crown of the head just into that space between the palms. If you're new to headstand, then I recommend that you have a wall behind you or practice a variation that you feel comfortable with. So tripod headstand is a type of headstand that I feel more comfortable with. So this is a challenge for me to come into this version of headstand. So we'll see how we go. So taking the crown of the head to the inside of the palms, and we're going to use our elbows, our forearms, to be our foundation in the posture. Lifting the hips and bringing one leg up at a time. Finding your balance and posture. Keeping the breath flowing. Keep your eyes open. This is the King of Asanas. Because of its many benefits for venous and lymph drainage. So lymph drainage and blood circulation. Great hormonal balancer. So after about 10 breaths, you might have done this a few times while I've been in the posture, that's okay. Keep practicing. And let's lower one leg at a time. Roll into the forehead, child's pose. Arms by your side. Honouring the sweet union of opposites, the active pose to the passive pose. Allowing time to return to homeostasis, to connect with your breath, to practice self-inquiry without judgment, no right or wrong, the thoughts, emotions that come up for you. And let's gently lift up, roll onto the bottom, and let's roll down onto the back. To wind down, let's practice a spinal twist. So let's take the arms out to the side, hug the knees into the chest, and let's let the knees fall to one side and gently turn the head in the opposite direction. Allow the neck to be relaxed. And let's take the knees back up and let the knees fall in the opposite direction. So I invite you to synchronize movement with breath, finding your own breath rhythm, bringing the knees and head to center, and letting the knees fall to one side. Keep moving in this way, massaging your back. Allow smooth, even breaths. The breath guiding the movement rather than the other way around. When the knees are next on one side, let's pause for a moment. You might like to rest the hand on the top leg to encourage the knees down. You may like to bring your arm closer to your body if that's more comfortable, if both shoulder blades aren't touching. And I invite you to close down your eyes. Practice pratyahara, withdrawal of the senses. So one of the 8 limbs of yoga. Going within, being aware of the physical, mental and emotional body. Using the power of your breath to soften and relax into the posture. Using the power of the breath to release any thoughts or emotions that are not serving your higher good today. Lovingly letting them go. And let's bring the knees and head to center. You may like to open your eyes for this part. And let the knees fall to the other side. Just adjusting for a moment. Placing hand on top leg. Perhaps bringing the arm closer to the body. And I invite you now to close down your eyes, going within. All is well. Our breath reminds us that we are lovable because we exist. We cannot exist without the breath. And let's gently bring the knees and head to center. And I invite you to roll onto one side or rock forwards and backwards to a seated position. So a short pranayama practice, Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. Find a comfortable seat, either cross-legged, so allowing the knees to come down at hip level, or you might like your legs outstretched. If you have a pillow, sit on that, and that will lift your sit bones and bring the weight into the legs. So if you have your knees high, you'll find that after a while there's discomfort in your lower back. So find that position where you can tune into your breath and not be disturbed by the body. So Nadi Shodhana is is a great pranayama practice to do before meditation or relaxation. It really helps to calm the nervous system. We'll just be doing a short practice today. So what we'll be doing is blocking off each nostril alternately using our thumb and ring finger. So I'll guide you through the practice. First of all, close down your eyes and rest your hands on your knees with palms turned open. If you have your legs outstretched, your hands in your lap with palms open. Sitting up tall, the shoulders relaxed, face soft, the belly soft for diaphragmatic breathing. So be aware of the gentle expansion of your belly with the inhalation and the gentle contraction with the exhalation. Breathing without force or strain, just observing the smooth, even breaths, allowing them to be complete. If you have sinus blockages today, then it is not recommended to practice alternate nostril breathing. Instead, I invite you to visualize the practice and you will gain the same benefits. So we'll lift our right hand and place index finger and middle finger at our eyebrow center. And let's begin by blocking off our left nostril and breathe in through the right. Block off the right, open the left, and breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left. Block off the left, open the right, and breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Block off the right, open the left, and breathe out through the left. So continue in this way, a figure 8 pattern of your breath without force or strain. Find equanimity, being content with your breathing practice, despite any external sounds. The equanimity, peace, love, joy is available at any time. So when you next breathe out through the left nostril, relax your hand down and breathe through both nostrils once again. Finding that stillness and quiet within. I invite you to practice another round. Lifting your right arm once again, placing index finger and middle finger between your eyebrows. This time blocking off your right nostril first with your thumb and breathe in through the left. Block off the left, open the right and breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Block off the right, open the left and breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left, block off the left, open the right, and breathe out through the right. So continuing in this way, in your own breath rhythm, bringing your full attention to your breath. That matters is your breath. So when you next breathe out through your right nostril, relax your arm down. Breathe through both nostrils once again. From here, I invite you to transition onto your back for Shavasana, or to stay in meditation posture. Staying here as long as you need to, allowing your whole body to relax. When you're ready to come out, gently awaken your body and give thanks to yourself. Namaste.